Ooh, what's up, guys? If there's anyone there, if anyone remembers, if anyone cares, here I am. It's been a while. I see some names in the chat, and it's already taking me back. It's amazing. We're going to go ahead and scroll some of the names in the chat. Mervin Flores says he is the first. Thank you for that, Mervin. Scott, what's up, guys? I sound like I'm echoing. If I'm echoing, let me know if it's a problem, and I will relocate. Scott Pope, what's up? A collector's dream. CNT Collectibles, nice way to finish the year. Hopefully your year was a lot more exciting than me. But if a live stream by me helps you through the rest of your year, then I'm here. Sports Card Dad, what's up, Dustin? How are you doing? CNT, looks like Steve is giving everyone a chance to watch Dustin's new first vid. Or new vid first. Vintage Card Collector. The legend is back. Legend, I don't know if I'm a legend, but hey, thanks for the compliment. Card and Comic Freak, how you doing? Trader Griff, what is up? How was your holiday? How was Bodie's holiday? Yes, I remember. Main Sports Guy, what's up? Mervin, the answer is Pearl Jam. Guys, I about started the live stream like this, and I'm like, I can't have this glare in everybody's face the entire time. So I went and got the Pearl Jam hat. Plus, it wouldn't be complete if I didn't come back wearing the Pearl Jam hat. Card Guy 72. Mark Sipe, what's up? Said he missed me so much. I miss you guys. That's why I'm here. I don't know if you can hear the Pink Floyd playing in the background. So I'm going to get copyright strikes all over this. I didn't come back to YouTube for monetary reasons. I never did it for that. So, hey, I'm going to play some music that I enjoy and talk to some people that I want to see and spend some time with. J Mai, what's up? Says, Happy New Year. Looking forward to live streams with me and Neo. Looking for pizza in 2023. All right, guys. So I put out a poll today on my YouTube talking about I'm going to start doing occasional videos again in 2023, or I said soon. So it'll be the new year. And my poll was, what would you guys like to see first? Recapping some of my 2022 pickups to my collection. Would you like to my plans for 2023? Where the hell have I been? Which is a good question. Where the hell have I been? And there was another option on there. Do you want me to respond to some of the drama going on with other channels and other content creators and the manufacturers and the companies and this, that, and the other? I would do that video if that's something that you guys would like. However, that's one of the reasons I need a little bit of a step away, just because I got enough real life. I got enough stuff going on in my life than to see all kinds of, drama and other stuff going on with other people. Yeah, it may affect me. It may affect the hobby a little bit, but it doesn't affect life, the bigger picture. And a lot of people get too consumed in that and actually really let it bother them. So a collector's dream says, just wants to hear what I've been up to. Coos, Cards, and Slabs, good to see you. How far did I move from my old house? How's my brother? Okay, a couple good questions. So as you can see, I am in a new home. I never really showed many photos or anything of my old home. Right now, I'm just sitting in the kitchen. And let's do Alexa, volume down. And I'm just sitting in the kitchen right now. You can see a little bit behind me, the house, through the doors and stuff. But that's all I ever filmed in my old home. And I never really toured my old home. I am working on a YouTube room right now. And I only moved about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the route, depending on the traffic, from my old home. So I'm still pretty close to the beaches here in Delaware. It was an upgrade on the house. It was an upgrade on space, and it was an upgrade on things to do. As far as my brother goes, he's been doing really well. His rehabilitation has been very well. I've been picking him up every Tuesday from his rehab, and he's been coming back to my house. Tuesdays are my days off from work, so we've been getting some time together as well. And yeah, I've been, in the mix. I've been busy. Let's just say I've been busy. Work hasn't stopped. I have been buying and selling cards. I didn't quit that. Just because I stopped putting out videos doesn't mean that I'm out of the hobby, doesn't mean that I'm not buying, doesn't mean that I'm not selling. In fact, so November 7th is when I applied for my new mortgage loan. So the first week of November was the last time I sold any cards because I was too busy. I consigned out 60 slabs, sold all those, did really well through DC Sports 87. And I haven't sold anything since. I have bought some stuff. I do think for really nice items, it's a good time to look for some stuff at good prices. And so that's what I've been doing. I will see, some cards that I may still want to move in January. I had a really, really big flip. I had a flip where I come up 1180. Believe it or not, I bought a soccer sticker for, we got Pink Floyd Time going off in the background. Hopefully it's not blacking out my voice, but I bought a soccer sticker of R9 Ronaldo 1998 Panini World Cup sticker. I bought 3 of those in a lot for 60 bucks. That's 20 bucks a piece, do the math. 2 of them graded SGC 8s. I sold them for 60 a piece. The best one I sent to PSA, it came back graded a 10. It was a pop 5. There was one listed on eBay at a crazy buy it now, but I just put it at auction and let the market dictate the value, and I got $1,200 for it. So that was a sticker that I paid 20 bucks for, and I graded with PSA for 20 bucks. Now I waited almost a year to get that back, but when I put that at auction, it went for $1,200. So the 20 bucks for the sticker, the 20 bucks for the grading fee, that was a really good flip to end out the year as far as a big margin on. And we'll see if I can find some under the radar type stuff for this year. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to sell the same stuff that everybody's selling. That's always been my my motif, is I try to go the other route. And when you find the right buyers for the cards that are on the other route, you do well. Joel, what is up, man? How you been? Vintage card collector, forget the drama. Have you been buying any cards? Yes, I have, a little bit. I had a mail day ready to go before I bought the new house. I believe my last video was an SGC reveal, but I can't even remember what I've bought since my last video until now. So it's kind of tough to show you, because I might be showing you stuff that you've seen before. Doodad, how are you doing? I do got a couple things I got to do before I go to work tonight. Yes, guys, I got to work. I work in a casino. There's no such thing as New Year's off. It's blacked out, even if I requested it and wanted it off. So let's recap. Been helping out my brother and my dad and my family. I'm still working full-time at the casino. Did get another promotion, which really added a lot of responsibilities to my plate. I am buying and selling cards. I am keeping in contact with a lot of people from YouTube. I just do it on Instagram and, direct messages. A lot of you guys have messaged me, and I thank you for that. Moving into a new house. Like I said, I applied for my mortgage on March 7th, and I closed on December 7th. It was a month. I had a month from the time the bank accepted my loan till the time that I moved in. So it was like crunch time. We'll walk upstairs. I'll show you guys real quick. The YouTube room that I'm trying to put together, that's it's got a lot of blank space in it right now. Still got my Christmas tree up back here. This painting here belonged to my grandfather. He passed away. When he passed away, I got it. So it was the first thing I put up in my new home. You got to have the family touches. And the YouTube room is going to be on the second floor. It's the only thing I'm going to use the second floor for. So the second floor has 3 bedrooms and a bathroom, but it's just me and my wife that live here, and our master bedroom's on the first floor. So see a long hallway here. But Here, hit some light. And you can see nothing's put together yet. On the floor is my computer desk. Here's my computer on a makeshift desk. You see the KISS puzzle from the YouTube channel. Of course, you see the Merino picture. It's ready to go up. But right now, this room is pretty blank. I'll spin the camera around. Got my photography light. But yeah, got to get it set up, guys. Got to get it set up so I can get back to you. And got the Pink Floyd still going on. The sound system goes throughout the entire house. I didn't want to not be able to hear my music as I walk through the house. So there's a speaker in each room. You can see over there, there's a speaker. Right here. It's got some of the storage like on Harry Potter, like in the steps. It's the stairway. It's got yeah, kind of crazy. Got the other speaker here. All right, let's set back up, take some comments. Because you guys is what matters. I want to answer you guys' questions. I want to talk to you guys. Yeah, Jay, it is a Sonos system. It's got this, I got a, so I'm in my fantasy Super Bowl this weekend, right? Anybody else out there playing fantasy football? Hey, in the comments, if you guys are playing fantasy football, put in there if you're still in your Super Bowl or not. But anyway, I got this this lid for my fire pit. I got a fire pit outside. I've already used it because I had like a little party on Tuesday night. We'll go and put this outside. I have been asked as part of 2023 to be a co-host on an existing live stream. I'm not going to spill the beans exactly as to what live stream that is, but if you guys can guess, you probably can. Anyway, there's been a live stream going with two YouTube content creators. If you guys follow me, you probably followed them. One of them has really not been doing much content lately and decided to step away from kind of the hobby altogether for now and left the spot open as a co-host on another live stream. And I have been asked, so. Filmington. I don't know. I don't know if I'm way better looking or not. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to have the time for it. We got this lid. Boom. Filmington, how have you been doing? Yeah, Dustin was in the chat earlier. He ran off. I'm a little too boring. Here's the fire pit lid. But I was going through some of my cards earlier, cards that I've kept and haven't gotten rid of. And some of my favorite stuff I still kept right here. The Larry Bird laundry tag. We need better lighting. For my son coming in. I kept the Dale Earnhardt autograph. Let's walk outside. Nothing better than natural light. Here's where I watch TV. So I've got to watch the Dolphins lose 4 weeks in a row now in here. Or 4 or 5, however many it's been. I've got to watch the Dolphins lose all those. And we're going to go outside here. This is the exit from my bedroom. I'm going to put this fire pit lid on. It's actually a nice day here in Delaware. Anytime it's 50 in Delaware in December, you got it going on. If you see this little white thing to the side, that's a guest house. So my house came with a guest house. It's 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and a kitchen and a living room. I mean, it's basically a mini house. Here's the patio. Can't really see it. Go like this. There's the fire pit. Got the cover for it. So we got the right one. Whoop. And boom, perfect. Covered it up. You can see this swimming pool closed. So swimming pool closed until the summer. So I bought a house with a pool and I can't use it yet. I closed my dog in the house on accident. She has a doggy door, but I covered it. So now she's standing. She's standing at the door looking at me. Trader Griff, it's like a solo stove. It's a East Oak, but it's the same concept. Where is she? There she is. She's wondering why I left her inside. You coming? Yeah, Joel, I see that must be expensive maintenance. The landscaping is going to be what's going to be crappy because there's a lot of bushes and trees and flower gardens and stuff. That's going to be the worst part. Got these patio heaters. I got 2 of them. I don't know. I got 2 of them, 1 on each side. All right, let's get to some comments. So Mervin commented most of his purchases have been on eBay and social media lately. One of the main reasons I haven't bought much recently is because I haven't gotten out to a show. I'm dying to get out to a show and negotiate and pay with cash. The last 2 things I bid on eBay, I lost, and one of them I lost. And then I later saw the card relisted for $2,000 more than what I lost it for by the same seller. So, and when I looked at the bid history, the winning bidder had 3 feedbacks. So I'm guessing that the seller shilled it. And mind you, this was up to $5,000. It was a pretty big card. So the it appears as if the buyer shilled it and then relisted it as a buy it now for $7,500. So $5,000 must not have been enough for what they were looking for the card. They placed a shill in on it. And so I'm just kind of staying away from eBay. Instagram, I will do that. But, you know, most of the people that you're dealing with on Instagram are going to be your flippers. Guys that I know, you know, Roth Cards, Kenny, and things like that. And those guys are looking to make a buck. So it's going to be tough to get deals. The best way is to get the deals is to buy the card from the dealer yourself. Because if they get a deal on a card, in order for them to get themselves a little bit of money, they're going to have to mark up a little bit. So it's always first for you to be or always best for you to be the first buyer to grab a card when it's coming out of a dealer showcase. Michael Hamm, what's up? I miss you too, man. I want to get down to Tampa. I want to catch some fish this time. And once I get everything up and operating up in here, I'm going to be inviting people up to Delaware. There's a Philly show, I believe, in February, and then there's a Chantilly show, I believe, in March. But then there's a Chantilly show in June. So I know it's a ways away. It's 6 months away. But that's when the pool will be open. That's when it would be cool to have a guest over to go to a show, kind of like when Dustin invites me to Raleigh to go with him. But, you know, maybe we could do February and June. Yeah, Joel, shows are more fun than buying on eBay. My eBay watch list got down to like 2 items, and they're buy it now. So they've just kind of been sitting. Finally, today, I made 2 offers on 2 cards that I've been watching. Made $2,000 worth of offers between the 2 cards. Really, one of the cards was only $100 offer. So the other, it was a little bit of a smaller card. The other one was a bigger card, a Goodwin champion autograph, not of a sports figure, but it was, I offered $1,900 for it, and I've already been declined. So that's really all I'm willing to give for it. And I will try to find one elsewhere. Yeah, Joel, you're lucky because you live in like an area where there's always car shows popping up, whether they're regional or local or whatever. Again, for me, Philly and Chantilly are going to be the closest for me to get to. Anybody who's followed me for a while understands that. You know, a lot of times I get to see you guys out at those shows. And the the National was in Atlantic City this year, wasn't far from my house. However, I would have preferred for it to be in Chicago, even though I would have had to fly and I got to drive to it this year. It would have just been better. And I would have saved money on the hotel because hotels in Jersey are expensive, even when you get a deal. I'm coming back to YouTube to do the monthly or weekly videos and to do the live streams. And one of my goals for 2023 is to do the national giveaway again this year in Chicago. This year would be the 3rd year, as I did it in 2021 and 2022. It's a goal. I would like to do it. It's a goal. You know, nothing is a guarantee, but it's something that I would like to do again. I would like for it to become an annual thing. Here's one thing that I talk about a lot, and I don't care. I don't care about getting YouTube notoriety or anything. But the thing is that I watch a lot of channels that have really gotten a lot of growth, and I really don't watch them as much as I used to because it's kind of become the same type of stories regurgitated over and over again by the same person telling it and other people who coattail that want to tell it. And But I look at some of the growing channels that grew a lot that really talked about, you know, the downside of the hobby, the watchdog stuff in the hobby, the drama that I touched on earlier. I'm not going to say it's negative because I don't think it's all negative. And but you look at the growth, which tells me that's some things that people must have been hungry for, right? People must have been looking for this shock value / Howard Stern type content. And, you know, whether it's for entertainment or whether it's just they wanted people that were put on pedestals to be knocked down a level, which is fine. But they never, you know, people don't care to hear about good stuff. Like a big channel will get on something negative and they'll harp on it and they'll put 5 videos out a week about the same thing. However, someone comes along and is going to give away a trip to the National for free, no strings attached, and they don't touch it. You know, they don't touch it. They don't talk about it on their channel. They don't bring it up. They don't even shout out the person doing it. And I don't care because that's not why I do it. But it would bring awareness to people looking for an opportunity. And you know, if someone with a bigger platform talked about that kind of stuff, maybe it's going to tarnish their they're too hardcore. I don't really know what it is, but that was just, you know, one thing that really rubbed me a bad way is that a lot of channels really taking off for the dramatic content that they were putting out, and then you got channels that are trying to be helpful, not even for their own gain, and these channels can't even bring it up. When my brother had his accident, I challenged a lot of these channels to put out a video one day talking about their cards or their collection. I didn't say it had to be positive or anything. Just do one day of something that you like about the hobby, not something that you dislike. And it was like pulling teeth getting some of these content creators to do that. And hardly none of them even really did it. Only the people that were my friends in the community were the ones to do it, which was cool. But it would have been awesome to reach out to someone else that wakes up every day looking for dramatic content to put out, to just simply do a response video to mine. And yeah, Michael Hamm, I see it says drama sales. I get that, but is that all people are in YouTube for? Because I'm going to guess that a lot of the people that I'm referring to don't pay their bills with YouTube. At least I would hope not. Because some of them aren't as big of platforms. So Card Guy says, now that I will be doing off-centered, you and Dustin can get some support for the trip from ComC or SGC. It's a possibility, but again, I don't ever ask for any handouts. This is something that I've always done and wanted to do myself. Having some backing would be great, but what is to stop these bigger companies from just doing something themselves? Yeah, I can do a giveaway and I can do one, and ComC or SGC could add to it and give me some backing and make it a better trip, but it's still only one trip. ComC and SGC are big enough companies that they could do a giveaway themselves. Then you could have mine, you could have ComCs, you could have SGCs, you could have Fanatics do one, you could have Sports Card Investor do one, you could have Sports Card Radio do one. Yes, I mentioned those guys in the same sentence, but what I'm saying is I'm not asking for people to help me. What I always wanted to do was maybe influence a bigger platform to do something more grand for someone, because I'll do mine regardless if I get help or not. But if you take some of these big companies that are really making a lot of money off of the people in the hobby, and they can even write it off as taxes and say, hey, I'm going to give away a trip to the National. Just think of how many trips could be given away to people that aren't fortunate enough to be able to make it on their own. And this live stream wasn't just to talk about the National. The National's a ways away, but it was brought up. But there's so many companies, so many big platforms, so many large channels that they could do something on their own. And next thing you know, you could be having 50 giveaways to the National, you know? You see, scanning the comments here. Yeah, Carter, and then that's fine, you know. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, what to talk about, how to spend their money, or anything like that. Because I do got to start getting ready for work in about 15 to 20 minutes, guys. So if there's something in the comments you'd really like to bring up, any questions for me, anything you would like to see me talk about, anything you would like for me to talk about now, what should I do for my channel in 2023? You know, it's still just going to be me, not edited, nothing fancy. And it's always been about what I've been doing in the hobby. That's always been what my channel's been about. It's never been about what anybody else is doing. It's just been, hey, this is me. I'm buying this. I'm selling this. I'm staying away from this. I'm talking about this. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going here. But it's always been about just what I've been doing, and take it for what it's worth. But recently, like I said, in the hobby, I haven't been doing a whole lot in the last 2 months. So it's tough for me to come up with content hobby related about my life in the hobby when I haven't done much in the last 2 months because I've been so busy. Yeah, could I pop up here and give a news update on something? Could I say, hey, PSA is rolling out new prices? Could I say sports card investors getting sued or suing someone or something or another? Yeah, I could come on here and say that, but that has nothing to do with me, right? So I'll let other people come up with that content because apparently they must not have anything exciting in their own lives enough to talk about. So that's what they harp upon. And a collector's dream said, we need new collectors to the hobby, not just flippers and investors. And guys, I was sitting around pondering the other day. I was like, hey, my name's Flipping Steve. And yeah, I do buy and sell cards, but I also collect heavily. Is my name a little bit of false advertisement? Should I keep it? Do you guys like it? Should I do a poll and say, hey guys, maybe I should just change the name? I mean, there's lots of channels out there that have nothing to do with their name, so I'm not in this boat by myself. There's channels out there with sports in their names. They never talk about sports. There's channels out there with cards in their name. They never talk about cards. So even though I'm a collector and I call myself Flipping Steve, I guess, you know, it's just a status quo, I guess. You know, I fit it right in, huh? Hey, Jay, how are you doing, man? Without being specific as to item, what non-sports card decade are you targeting for first quarter 2023? Non-sports card decade. Man, with non-sports cards, I don't really look for a year. I just kind of look for anything that's cool. Because I buy 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and all non-sports categories. You know, Panini didn't start making stickers till the 60s. So because I like Panini stickers for a lot of my non-sport stuff, can't really go much earlier than that. Ryan from Breakout Cards posts some really nice stuff. You know, I'd like some stuff from pre-1900 would be awesome. But again, it's finding it, and it's finding the pop culture figure that I want to buy. '23, the return of Triggerfinger. I've seen Triggerfinger pop up on a few live streams. It would be cool to see him again. Triggerfinger actually was a guest. Triggerfinger was a viewer that came on as a guest, which was awesome. It's something that I could do also if there's ever anybody that would like to come on that's a viewer and talk about your collection, talk about your story, talk about your own content if you make it. Anything. To be honest, you guys are going to call me crazy if you know who I'm talking about. There is a content creator called Sports Reckoning. He has another channel called American Scheme that I find very interesting. And I know he's very brash and can be off-putting to some, but he would be an epic live stream guest. Would be an epic live stream guest. And I know he's really busy. He's got things, you know, because I do follow him sometimes. Does have a bigger fish to fry that he has to deal with. So it's hard for him to do something like that. But call me crazy, but I think that it would go well. Would be cool anyway. Would be interesting. Yes, Card Guy, I still have the Game of Thrones autos. I graded the Jon Snow. It came back graded a 9 with an auto 10. I did not grade the others yet. I still have them. That's the other thing, guys. I haven't been sending any cards in to be graded because I was between addresses and I didn't want my cards to get lost in the mail anywhere. Jordan Hudson, how have you been, man? What is going on? A collector's dream would do a live stream with me one day. We'll set that up. If you follow me on IG, just hit me an instant message. So this is interesting. So Global Sports says he misses my live drives, which live drives were always fun. And it was a way for me to use my time because I had to drive to work anyway. So why not kill two birds with one stone? But there's a dead zone from my new house to where I work. So I drive for about 5 minutes and then there's a dead zone. And then I drive for about another 5 to 8 minutes. So it's kind of like, it's tough to do because I would be passing through a dead zone in the middle of a live drive, and you guys would think I was abducted by aliens or something. I would just go missing and be lagging. You wouldn't know what was going on. So right now it's kind of like what would be the best time to do a live drive. I might have, I mean, would you guys like to see other things like live streaming Monday Night Football, not just sitting around on the computer while football's on, but actually carrying on, you know, with you guys and watching, whether I go out to a local bar or whether I watch in my TV room or whether I have a party here and have people over. Any of you guys remember Cousin Jay? He's a Buffalo Bills fan. He drove me to the National. Remember, he had to take the $20 dump. He had to dump so bad, and it cost $20 to park, so he had to pay $20 to take a dump. Most expensive shiznit he's probably ever taken. Look who it is. It's Charles Fuchs, a.k.a. Stacking Gems. Also the winner of my second national giveaway. And he was kind of MIA at times, but he was around at other times. We had a good time. John William Steves in the Ukraine. No, not quite. I wouldn't mind being in Central Europe. It'd be a nice vacation to go to Prague or Vienna or Budapest or something like that. That's a cool trip my wife and I want to take, but not right now. And you guys, we 46 people watching. When I sat down, I was like, man, wonder if 10 people even remember my face. You know, I thought it might be like a Brittany Griner welcome home party. You know, I was hoping it wouldn't be. I was hoping I would get more people than that, but didn't, or but did. Oh, I see. Everyone. So everyone wants the live beach feed, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, John, is I used to do so. Like I said earlier, man, it's December and it's 50 degrees here right now. Now the water, mind you, it's still in the low 30s. So you guys wanting to see another polar bear plunge type action, or you guys want to see me go down to the water when it's really cold? I'm still pretty close to the beach. I see Dustin. He said he's really behind in the stream. But said he saw a glimpse of the guest house. We'll walk in the guest house real quick. I got this big marble table here outside, either for beer pong or crab feast. I don't know if you guys, anybody eat crabs? Dump a couple bushel of crabs up here. Where's my dog? Come on. Here she comes. All right, so we're about to enter. So there's the main house behind me, but here's this guest house right here. Right now, I'm just kind of like, am I going to make this into a man cave, a football watching room? My daughter does what's called, it's some kind of yoga where they use ribbons. So she's got like this big contraption in here. Yeah, this would be the living space. There's a kitchen behind me. See ping pong paddles and stuff. But I haven't really done much with this room. I had a party the other night. There's a bedroom. I had a party the other night and I had the ping pong table set up right here. But now the ping pong table's put away so that my daughter has her yoga thing up. But I'll probably just put a big TV in here with some furniture and a bed so people have a place to stay. PM Jesus. It's been a long time since the, come on, don't get stuck in here. It's been a long time since the PM Jesus days. Come on. We make our way back in the house. Ugh. So we got some leftovers in the cooler. I don't know what's in there. Not mine. Stuff that people left behind. Trade night at my place. It says PM. My dog, she can get in through her own door. Oh man, so I got to get Alexa to play that again. We missed the end of Dark Side of the Moon. Alexa, play Brain Damage by Pink Floyd.
Brain Damage by Pink Floyd on Amazon Music.
Does anyone here have an Oculus? I guess it's like a virtual. I guess it's like a virtual reality thing. A bunch of my friends have them, and they want to play. I did do some videos from the par 3 golf course back in the day, but didn't really get much golf. The PPP loans. Yeah, I don't have my own business, so I wasn't able to do that. What's everybody's plans for New Year's tonight? Anybody doing anything cool? Anybody going to a casino? I am, but I got to work. I turned on your Alexa. Randy says, have I been following the Jeff Wilson sue anyone who disagree with him saga? I've been seeing videos here and there and watching it, but it's not like I wake up every day and I'm like, man, what's going on next? You know? Here's a good question. What if, and this is a big what if, but what if it's all a work? And I don't know if you guys know what I mean by work, but what if it's all a work? I just put a little teeny TV up in my kitchen last night on the wall. But what if it's all a work between Sports Card Radio and Sports Card Investor? And I guess in wrestling, they use the term work as in something that seems real between two different people, but it's an act. It's an act for views, and it's an act for ratings and things like that. What if, just a big what if, a big old what if it was like that? What if Sports Card Investor and Sports Card Radio were like, hey man, let's draw up this big storyline between you and I that you're suing us and things like that, but we never go through with it. But it'll create for a hell of a lot of content for people to watch. It'd be a genius plan now, wouldn't it? Because honestly, from what I understand, legally, nothing's really been sent into motion. As of right now, it's just threats and letters. And maybe that's all it is the extent of it, because maybe it is just a plan. So CNT says the Oculus is pretty amazing. I almost bought one yesterday, but I was like, I don't know what it comes with. I don't know what to expect. I'm not really tech savvy, so just get a PS5, Joel says. Man, 11:45 p.m. at the airport for Michael Hamm. I'm reading the comments, guys. Alexa, play Eclipse by Pink Floyd.
Here's Eclipse by Pink Floyd on Amazon Music.
Look, it's Ruby. How are you doing? How is Florida? Ruby is an ex-coworker of mine. She is in Florida. She used to always pop on my live streams and say, Steve, like she did there. And we got our last comment that's come in from Michael Hamm. You get motion sick, motion sick playing games on Oculus, but the workout games do well and are fun. Anything will help because right now, man, I need to lose some weight. I've been really involved in the house. Like, I've been wanting to just add stuff to it and then make upgrades and things. Like I said last night, that TV you see behind me, I just put up last night. It's small. It's only a 24-inch Vizio, but it's in the kitchen. So, you know, I can watch the Dolphins get beat in the kitchen. Yes, global sports card investor. I am still working at the casino. Hockey says, what are my thoughts on the big market correction? Is it a correction or a crash at this point? I mean, people use the term correction in the beginning to try to sugarcoat the fact that the market was going back almost to where it was starting on some things. There are still some good items out there that are up that you can buy and sell and do decent on. I don't know if it's enough to keep you to pay your bills, you know, as long as it's still a hobby. But I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I mean, to me, it appeared to be a crash. And it was, you know, there's a little bit of everything. It was so high that it had to come down. And maybe that's why it seemed like a crash, because it was so high. I mean, if you drop something from 3 inches off the table, it doesn't make that loud of a noise. But if you drop something from 3 feet off a table, it makes a loud crash, right? So if you're coming from so high up, it's like a crash. But you know, it was affected everywhere, and the economy and inflation and stuff didn't help. It was just the cherry on top. However, it's not like it was the cause. Anybody that says it was the cause, the market was already really coming down before that. But like me, someone who hasn't bought in the last month or two, today to wake up and put in $2,000 worth of offers on cards that I've been watching. For me, myself, I'm feeling comfortable right now where the market is at to go ahead and buy some cards. Am I pulling back on my selling? Yes, I believe it's become a buyer's market. That being said, stuff that you're in really low on, like I said, a sticker that I sold for $1,200 and I was only $40 invested. And this was in the month of November. This wasn't like at the peak of the market. You can still make money on. Bushliggers, how is everything? Everything is good. How is everything with you? Hobby Champs, what's up, guys? Or what's up? Cardealcom says, if you bought the last 3 years, no better to buy than now. I believe it means if you've been buying over the past 3 years, there's no better. Yeah, there's kind of like no better time to buy than now. If you're talking over the past 3 years, it's in comparison to buying 1 year ago, 2 years ago. Now is a good time to really look at some stuff. Now, again, remember you got to look at where the market has shifted. You know, there's no longer stacks of base cards selling because people who were buying stacks of base cards were only buying those base cards to resell those base cards. And then it became hot potato until the final person was just stuck with them. So you really got to kind of look for stuff that is, you know, going to always have a home with a collector. My subscription runs out with PSA at the end of this month, I believe. I thought it renewed automatically, but I got an email from them saying that I needed to renew it. Jeff Whitmire, what's up, man? Great to see you as well. Anybody who's been around for a while? Kenny G, what's up with the Vikings symbol? How are the Vikings going to finish, man? They've won a lot of close games, man. Oh, I asked people earlier who was still in their fantasy Super Bowl, and I'm in my fantasy Super Bowl in my big money league at the casino. I picked up Justin Fields in the middle of the season, really helped carry me. My wide receivers have been A.J. Brown and Mike Evans. Mike Evans has been kind of down. My running backs are Saquon Barkley and James Conner, and then I have Ramondre Stevenson, who I've been flexing. But Thursday night, I decided to get cute. I've been starting Dalton Schultz as my tight end for the past 8 weeks. Since he's come back from injury, I just roll him out there, and sometimes he gets me 6 points, sometimes he gets me 12. And I just roll him out there because I always thought he had a safe floor. But this week, the guy that I'm playing is going to score some points, the guy that I'm playing in the Super Bowl. So I'm like, man, I need to risk it for the biscuit. I need to roll out somebody who has a really high ceiling, even though the floor might be that good. So I picked up Cole Kmet, and I started Cole Kmet because he went for over 20 points against Detroit in their previous meeting. And I benched Dalton Schultz Thursday night for it. And Dalton Schultz goes out and had his best game of the year with 2 touchdowns. He put up 24 points in my fantasy league. And now I'm just kind of looking back and being like, Steve, why don't you just go with what you trust and not be cute? I went with my gut all year and got to the Super Bowl. I get to the Super Bowl and I do something cute, and I got 24 points on my bench from my tight end. And you guys who play fantasy know how hard it is to get points out of your tight end this year. Got a Tua question here. Any chance the Dolphins are going to trade for Zach Wilson or Carr? If Tua's concussions continue, they might get Wilson cheap. I wouldn't want Wilson, to be honest. I don't believe Wilson is really an NFL quarterback. And I could be wrong. I'm not a talent scout or anything like that. But just the system he played in BYU, you don't see much competition there. I believe the Jets really over-evaluated him because of the combine, which a lot of times teams make mistakes with that. The combine isn't the be-all, tell-all on whether somebody's going to be a good NFL player. He just had good combine numbers, but that was it, and that was enough for the Jets to draft him, to overdraft him. Somebody like Derek Carr could be good in Miami. I would rather have a veteran like Derek Carr than go after somebody like Zach Wilson. It's unfortunate what's happened with Tua. I think Tua is talented. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he can play NFL football. The concussions worry me as a person, and football and stuff aside. I would rather for Tua to do what is safe for him and for his family, even if it means stepping away from the game. Yeah, it would suck because it was a Miami Dolphins 5th-round pick, and you don't want to see us give up draft capital like that and lose it and things like that. But I'm more for the human side of it and not the sports athlete side of it. And I would rather for him to do what is safe for him and his family and his future. I don't know what the talk is right now, but it's got to be a little bit scary. And I don't even, know if I'd want him to risk going back out there anytime soon. Trader Griff started Schultz, man. It makes you that much smarter than me, man. Yeah, main sports guy, it is. It's the last minute tinkering. You sit there and you second guess yourself, and then you're like, damn it. Lamar Jackson to the Dolphins. I mean, I wouldn't be totally opposed, but he's going to want a lot of money. And we've never seen Lamar Jackson with good weapons. And that's just the Ravens. That's just the Ravens being the Ravens. They always draft the boring player every year, whether it's defensive. And I'm not saying they always draft the wrong player. I'm just saying they always draft the boring player. They could have gotten Lamar Jackson a weapon in free agency or something. They just didn't do it. And he's not under contract. He put his contract and his future in his own hands on his play this year. and he's been injured. I don't know if that hurts what he's going to get. I don't know if that hurts who is going to be interested in him. And again, it's just another year of injury and, letdown from Lamar Jackson. Ever since he's won the league MVP, he really hasn't lived up to that. A lot of that has to do with his rushing ability. So he's got to be in the right situation, I believe. Brady's got to go. He's got to go somewhere. Anyway, guys, we're coming up on an hour. Still 43 people watching. That's awesome. Hit the like button for me, if you will. That way it gets out there and some people will catch up on this and watch it when they get a chance. I got to get ready to start getting ready for work. It's been awesome catching up. It's been awesome talking about the house with you guys. It's been awesome talking about cards with you guys, football, life, everything. I'm not just about sports cards. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I built my channel around. But I'm about talking life with you guys. I'm about talking sports. I'm about talking music. I love music. If you guys ever just want to talk music. Anybody want to chat, reach out to me on Instagram. It is flipping_Steve. Maybe I'll have you on sometime for a live stream. Rumor has it is that I may be joining Dustin as his new off-center co-host. We don't know. I don't want to spill the beans too early. It doesn't matter. Not that many people are going to see this anyway, but could be coming up where you might see me with him 2 Wednesdays a month. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. All the loyal viewers. You guys popped up in the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday when you didn't have to, and you listened to me ramble for an hour. I appreciate it, guys. I will come up with some content. I will start putting some videos back out, getting the YouTube room back together. And it's been fun. It's always hard to go, but responsibilities. And got to get ready to take care of those responsibilities. I'll see you guys next time around. Thanks for joining me. See ya, and have a happy and safe New Year's Eve. And tomorrow is 2023. See you guys.